In Oklahoma, in a place they call Tornado Alley, common sense might suggest you should have a tornado shelter. But most families do not, nor do the schools, in large part because the shelters cost thousands of dollars to build. For some this week, though, they meant the difference between life and death, as our Mike Drolet discovered.
Oh, the lock's messed up.
The safe room in the middle of Paul Cannon's home is all that's left standing. The door is now seized, but the reinforced room did its job. His wife and 2 kids are still alive. Outside that steel door, a stark reminder of why he had it built.
As I come out, I did come across about 3 dead bodies, and I don't know who they were. There's no telling where they came from.
My kitchen is now in the bedroom.
The area around Pride Roscom's home was technically still closed off. We went with him to see how he survived. It's not pretty, but it worked. A steel door, a concrete shell dug into the floor of his garage. Is it claustrophobic?
Well, it's either you die or you're claustrophobic.
In the heart of Tornado Alley, the shelter debate is one that's mired in bureaucratic arguments. They're either too expensive, not practical to build in the tough Oklahoma clay, or overkill, as there's less than a 1% chance of a tornado being a Category 5, the very one that hit Monday.
There aren't many storm shelters in this neighborhood. When their tornado hit, a number of families ran towards this house because they knew there was a storm shelter, one of the few in the neighborhood. It's underneath those laundry baskets, and you can see a door. That's what saved their lives.
One of those lives belongs to Scott Bagensy. His home is, or rather was, 2 doors down.
If you hadn't made it to that storm shelter, what do you think?
Oh, I've been dead. I've been dead. Look at the house. Good evidence. I would have gone with it.
There's a certainty to how he says that, and it's hard to argue with him. In the debris field, we didn't find much that was left intact. Cars were torn apart. We found a boat in a parking lot, nowhere near a lake, its lines broken. Destruction on a scale this soldier says he hasn't seen since Katrina hit New Orleans.
So how does this compare to Katrina?
Not as bad as far as people not looting and going just crazy and basically devouring each other. We kind of came together.
And now as a community, they're trying to salvage what they can, even as there's no rhyme or reason as to what was carried away and what was left behind.
I believe it survived. Watch this.
A strong America is America.
Mike Drolet, Global News, Moore, Oklahoma.